Oh yeah, Celtics Nation, how we feeling, man? Yes, sir. As our Boston Celtics come out in a commanding fashion, take a 2-1 lead over the series, man. 106-93. A lot of questions have been answered. So let's get into it. Yes, sir. Celtics Nation, what's going on, man? I'm your host, CP, and this is 336 Boston. So we're looking back over everything that happened last night, man. Celtics come out, a lot of questions need to be answered. When we look at it, the media is pushing narratives. The Celtics aren't tough. The Celtics let games slip. Celtics lose playoff games at home. A lot of media narratives. So last night, the Celtics come out, and I want to congratulate these guys, man. Because with all the nonsense building in the air, all the questions being asked about Jayson Tatum, whether he can lead a team, whether he's that guy, if he's really a superstar, my guy comes out with a big 33 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists. 11 for 25 from the field, only 2 for 8 from 3. But with that being said, I think he's answered a lot. Shout out to Jaylen Brown with his typical 28 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Then we slide on over to Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday drops 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. And of course, with Drew Holiday, it's never really about his stat line. When I look at Drew Holiday, last night I saw a guard take a power forward down to the block and put him to work. Talking about crazy work, okay? Drew Holiday took Evan Mobley down to the block and ran circles around him. I'm looking at easy points, all right? So if it's gonna be this easy, I'm gonna shout out Joe Mazzulla. You're gonna have to let this thing continue, bro. If it's gonna be this easy, you line Evan Mobley ass up, put him down there, put him in the blender every time. Move on to Derek White. Derek White has 12 points, 4 for 13 from the field. Derek White's been going through a shooting slump. A lot of people are wondering, whether we should be concerned about Derek White. My response would be no. I don't think there's anything wrong with Derek White. Derek White's been through several shooting slumps, especially this season. Always comes out on top. Not only is Derek White going to always come out on top, Derek White is a hellacious defender. So with that being said, even without him out there scoring, you're still going to get what you get from him on the defensive end every night. With those major performances and a few key contributors off the bench, man, Boston Celtics take a 2-1 lead over the series over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 106-93. Exactly what we expected as Celtics fans. Shout out to Boston. Big game from Donovan Mitchell, 33 points. Nice little chip in from Evan Mobley. Darius Garland came on late. All in all, man, Karis LeVert, he gave him a little bright spot off the bench. All in all, man, there's no competition. Donovan Mitchell gonna have to give him 50. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell gonna have to give y'all 50 in order for y'all to compete. Field goal percentage, 51 for the Celtics, 42.9 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Outshot them from 3-point range. Out rebounding, out assist. It's no contest. Shout out to Joe Mazzulla, man. Called a beautiful game. Timely timeouts. Perfect execution. A lot of the times, man, we were looking at plays and points in that throughout the game where Cleveland Cavaliers were making a little run and it looked like they were about to, kind of make a run at this thing, try and get back in this game. And shout out to Joe Mazzulla, man, the timeout man. Seas came out in the third quarter on a 14-0 run. Never looked back. Easy work. Get in, get out, man. And I expect nothing less when I come out to game 4. Gotta stop playing with these guys, man. The media out here getting ahead of themselves. The narrative on this team changes by the day, by the game. Today, the Celtics win by 20. They supposed to win. No, they're the best team. They got this, they have that. Jayson Tatum has an off shooting night. Now there's questions about him. Celtics shoot too many threes. Live and die by the three. Celtics shot 39% from three on the season. Second in the NBA. 48% from the field. 120 points per game, second in the NBA. 123 offensive rating, first in the NBA. It's amazing how a team can win 60-plus games and have so many questions every time they have a bad performance. The Boston Celtics have absolutely smothered the competition all season long. The Celtics are now 5-2 in the playoffs. 6-2. 6-2 in the playoffs. And we still raise these questions just because they have a bad game. It's amazing to me. Celtics shoot too many threes. You guys are going to have to accept this what it is. Accept it, man. And they're good at it. 9 times out of 10, they've always come out with a good performance, man. Jaylen Brown shot 35% from the field from three. Kristaps Porzingis, 37% from three. Jayson Tatum, 37% from three. Peyton Pritchard, 38% from three. Derek White, 39% from three. Al Horford, 41%. Sam Hauser, 42%. Drew Holiday, 42%. The numbers don't lie, man. These guys are going to shoot these threes, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to shoot them at a high rate. Just something we got to accept. It is what it is. It's not an offense where guys are just tossing up random three-point shots. These are well-timed, well-orchestrated, calculated, open three-point shots. And they have the players to make these shots. Joe Mazzulla catches a lot of flack, for timeout usage, for his three-point centered offense. Let me see something real quick. 64-18, right? And we're still doing this. 18 regular season losses, 2 playoff losses. I think you guys are running out of things to talk about out here. Shout out to the media. Oh, man. This is amazing to me. This is truly, truly amazing to me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at the conversations that are being had out here, and it's disturbing to me because this team has been amazing. This is one of the best seasons in Celtics history. And we have people who are trying to ruin that. And the more you guys tune in to 336 Boston, the more you guys are going to push the right narrative. Like and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe. give you guys a little bit of ammunition when you go out here to have conversations in the public and in private. There's a lot of doubt behind this team, but facts are facts. I say, well, what do you do when the three-point shot isn't falling? Let's see here. Shots inside the arc. Throughout the season, the Boston Celtics shot 52% from inside the arc. Seventh in free throw percentage. 14th in offensive rebounding. First in defensive rebounding. Second in rebounding overall. First in blocks. I mean, 111 on the defensive rate. Third in the NBA. So it sounds like to me that if you only have 18 losses on the season, and of those losses, the 3-point wasn't falling, but you won 64 games, it seems almost like that there is a plan for when the 3-point shot isn't falling. It almost seems to me like this team was built to win when things aren't going right. It looks like, shout out to Brad Stevens. Shout out to Brad Stevens. Hopefully Celtics fans know how important good general management is. My NFL team has terrible general management, and it shows all the way throughout the franchise. And because of the well-done job of Brad Stevens, he's been able to keep his core together, add the necessary talent to put them in the position that they're in today. Haters gonna hate, bro, but let them hate. Fuck. Yeah, man. The floor spacing. I mean, this is truly amazing. And all of this, and we're still down one of our best players. And the question remains, can they win without Kristaps Porzingis? They've shown that they can do that thus far. And with or without Kristaps, I'm holding this franchise and this team to the same standard I would as if he was playing. I personally feel like this team was built around success to be successful. This team was already successful, and they've added talent. Obviously, we wish Kristaps a speedy recovery, but all in all, you know, we got to keep this thing rolling until he can get back healthy. As I said, the Celtics go 64-18 on the season. 64 wins. Fifth best record all time. Of those 64 wins, the Celtics played 25 games without KP. In that 25 games, the Celtics went 21-4. The Celtics have also maintained their high level of play without him in the postseason. Celtics fans love KP. We love Porzingis. Celtics fans recognize the mismatch that he brings, the way he's able to space the floor. Celtics fans also expect to win if he's not able to play. I think we all knew with him coming in that this was a thing that could be possible. And Brad and Joe Mazzulla and the rest of this front office and coaching staff brought in guys to stack up behind him in the event that this happens. And of course, we're only expecting him to be out for a few weeks. A little time to ramp him back up to playoff speed. But with that being said, just gonna have to see how that turns out. Shout out to KP, man. Get well soon, bro. Get well soon. We need you. Question the Celtics' toughness. Are they tough? The tough guys. You got to talk a lot. You got to get in somebody's face. And really, it's not about toughness. It's about being the media's darling. Shout out to Luka. Seems like they're leaving you behind, brother. They moved on. Everybody's new media darling, Anthony Edwards. There'll be another one that'll come along. A lot of Luka and Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards, these exciting players that everyone loves to see. Everyone pays and wants to see these guys. Haven't seen one of them win much. We'll get back to that. Yeah. Yeah, man. So this is usually what happens. You know, the Celtics get in the postseason and they have a couple losses, and people start losing their minds. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. The Celtics lost game 2 at home. Oh no. Celtics lost game 2 against the Miami Heat and came out and smoked them for 3 games straight. Yeah, man, and we're about to roll these Cavaliers too. Yeah, so we're about to roll them. This is not enough. Donovan Mitchell's got to give you 50 plus, man. I don't. Celtics defense is too good for that. I got Celtics in 5, man. Season 5. Celtics wanted to win last night. They wanted to win. They didn't come out and expect it to be given to them. They wanted it. They went on the road in Cleveland and they took it. They out-toughed them. They outplayed them. And they won. They won. It's part of it, man. Get in here today and everybody's, oh, the Celtics won and they should have won because they're the better team. 2 days ago, everybody was talking something else. Like, we don't know if Jayson Tatum is this. We don't know if the Boston Celtics can do that. It's like, well, it showed you all year who they are. You're gonna come out and you're gonna have an off night shooting. You're gonna come out and one of the other teams are gonna be hot. But as Jalen Brown said, as long as they're playing the right way, it ain't no team out here that can beat them 7 games. Not one of you. Not the Minnesota Timberwolves, not the Dallas Mavericks, not the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma City. None of y'all. Bring me Indiana. Stir fry. Crazy work. Shout out to Shady McCoy, man. Crazy work. Bring me Indiana. I'm lit today, man. People have been talking crazy the past few days. This and the crazy part is this ain't even the norm for what we're trying to do over here. This ain't even the norm. I've been sitting on this for days, man. People running around here talking about what Boston can't do. All these questions like they ain't showing you who they are. And as the fan, when they lost game 2 at home, we saw y'all leaving early and motherfucker, we understand. People was upset because, we pay money for these seats. We came in here to watch y'all win a playoff game. Y'all show up, you know, let Cleveland slide. Talking about a spider. Oh, we do the spiders? Please. Well, your name is Donovan, and you finna be at home. Matter of fact, y'all, check out my shorts, man. We got some funny shit going on around here. But you wait till we send Cleveland home. Yeah, I got some jokes for you. Send their ass straight to Cancun. Run around here talking crazy. Shout out the Celtics, man. Every time the questions is in the air, every time the game is on their back, you got to win this one. These guys have been coming out and responding just like they did all season. They lose a game, they don't lose another game for about another 10 to 15 straight. Came out here, won 3 back-to-back against Miami, won another one versus Cleveland. 4 games in a row before they dropped another one. And we want to have questions. Dropped a hammer on all competition all season long. And we want to have questions. Is Jayson Tatum a leader? Well, because he don't be talking junk like Anthony Edwards. He don't be all up in somebody's face running his mouth. Y'all remember what Jayson Tatum do. Y'all know what's happening. And I would love nothing more than to take an NBA title from the Minnesota Timberwolves I would love that. Absolutely. I'm riding with Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jalen Brown all day, switching in and out on Anthony Edwards. As long as he don't get switched on to Al Horford in this drop coverage, man, because I am dying watching these. We're letting Donovan Mitchell off the hook a little bit. So those step back threes that he's hitting on his own, that's one thing. That's the skill level of the player. But when we talking about pick and rolls and screens and things like that, if Al Horford is on the other side of the screen, we're in trouble. And I love Al, but this is something that's been going on for quite a few years now with Al and this pick and roll coverage and this drop coverage is killing me because when you have guys like Donovan Mitchell, if he comes off the screen and he knows you're in drop coverage, oh, he's pulling up. And that's what's getting him all these points. He's gotten quite a few free throws here and there. A couple little fancy layups to the basket. Also saw Donovan Mitchell in a pick and roll with Evan Mobley. And I'm looking at, I believe it was Tatum and Holiday in this play, and Mobley sets the screen. Mitchell goes to the other side, and neither Tatum nor Holiday decides to be at the other side of the screen. That's three all day. We got to stop playing. The Celtics can 100% take this series and the next series all the way through the championship with the team that they have today if they're serious on defense and if they're playing the right way on offense. This is something that they know. This is something that the coach speaks of, Joe Mazzulla. This is something that the players speak of. It's no secret. Celtics know exactly what to do. And I'm glad they got an opportunity to put it on display for everybody. And the only reason it really gets under my skin like that is because I think everybody knows that they're the best team, but because of the slips that they've had in the past, people want to continue questioning them going forward. And I guess that's understood, you know. At some point in time, you're going to have to prove people wrong. But I'm one of the guys who believes that this team is the one. I think Celtics Nation feels the same way too, especially with the health and play of Kristaps. Porzingis takes his team to a whole nother level. And with or without Jared Allen, the Cleveland Cavaliers are very, very blessed that KP is not playing. KP was here. He hasn't been in trouble. And if we're going to be serious, Jayson Tatum had about 18 points and the Celtics won by 25. People were pissed because he had a bad performance. Like, well, if Jayson Tatum gives you even his norm, we might win by 50. Is that what y'all want? See, and that's what I'm starting to think. That's what I believe. See, I believe that the media really wants the Celtics to annihilate every single opponent every night. all the way until we get to the Denver Nuggets or the Minnesota Timberwolves or whoever comes out of the West, which I believe is just going to be one of those two teams. I believe that the media just wants to see us annihilate the competition by 40 points every night and just put this thing to bed up until the NBA Finals. I think that the media is uninterested overall in the competition and the lack thereof in the Eastern Conference. And I think that the media really just they want what they want. It's a dog eat dog world over there. Shout out to those guys, man. Yeah. Jayson Tatum is going to lead the Boston Celtics to an NBA championship this year. And when that happens, I'm going to compile all the overreactions and we're going to have ourselves a good damn time. A lot of people have made themselves look like fools on national TV, all to push a narrative that this team isn't what they say they are, that this coach isn't who he says he is. This could possibly all be a fraud or all for nothing. Because the Celtics don't have heart. And that lack of heart is their reason for losing games at home in the playoffs. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. And I'm entitled to roast your ass into the fucking dirt right after the Celtics win this NBA championship. When you go back and look at some of the film, Jayson Tatum has been double teamed and triple teamed since the postseason started. All eyes on me. And you give him flack just like you gave LeBron for making the right plays in key situations. And I realized just today, I was thinking about this earlier. They really did LeBron the same way. Not to compare the two players because that would be asinine. But they really did do him the same way. Braun would always pass out of certain situations and key possessions of the game because he was always focused on making the right basketball play rather than making a basket per se. And if Jayson Tatum is being double teamed and triple teamed, which as the film showed, he has been since the postseason started, why would you hate the fact that he has 6, 8 assists a night, 10 rebounds, leading the team in rebounds? Of course, he's not going to have a good night from the field. He's been double teamed and triple teamed. They slide entire zones to Jayson Tatum, which is why you see guys like Derek White, Drew Holiday have this type of gaudy performances because that's what happens. It's floor gravity. Jayson Tatum draws the defense, and then he makes a play. He knows that these guys are focused on him. So when you saw Derek White come out here and hit all his threes the other night and shoot for about 30-some points, it's floor gravity. You're not going to come off of Jayson Tatum as a defender. I don't care who the other guy is. Now we got guys pressing Derek White on the three and trying to stay attached to Jayson Tatum. And I believe that you can do that for periods of time, but I don't think you can do that for 7 games. Yeah, you can't do this for 7 games. See, he's got too much firepower. We're going to roll their ass, move on to the next. Give me the Knicks, give me the Pacers. Whoever's up next, I don't care. I'll take anybody, actually. All the way to the NBA Finals. We're riding with the C's. With the inevitable return of Kristaps Porzingis, this offense is going to be back at its 100% health. Then you got real issues. Now you motherfuckers got decisions to make. When Big 7-3 get back, we running the table on y'all boys. Big 7-3. Shout out KP. He's been up practicing, been moving around. All in all, I don't think we're going to need him for the rest of the series. So I'd say they hold him out to the next series, possibly the series after that. Maybe hold him out to the finals. Who knows? Yeah, we combined for what? We got combined for what? 61 points here? Yeah, we can hold him out. Yeah, we can hold him out to the finals. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, 61 points out of the 2 top guys. Yeah, we good. Derek White gonna come back on here pretty soon. If Drew Holiday keeps up this performance, man, we don't need KP to the finals. I think we run the table on y'all. Yeah. New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers, Denver Nuggets, Dallas Mavericks, anybody. I say we run the table on y'all boys. I already got Celtics in 5 versus Cavaliers. Send their ass to Cancun. The rest of y'all boys can join them. Have a nice vacation. And we got plenty of jokes for you. Please believe that. The jokes will be coming. Enjoy your vacation. Sombreros, palm trees, and all that. Go sit y'all ass down. Watch us get this trophy. Enjoy your vacation. Yes, been the best team in the league all year. We knew this was coming. All the heat, all the questions, comments, conversation, narrative changing by the game. You know, typical. This team hasn't been this stacked before. It's not our problem that the Eastern Conference is weak. Y'all got to deal with that. We just gonna scrape them. Hold it as a topic of conversation if you like, because that's what it's gonna be after this season. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this right now. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. The Celtics gonna win the NBA Finals this year, right? Come next year, the reason why, according to the media and all the narratives, the reason why they won is because the East was so weak, full of injuries. Oh, the Knicks were hurt. Giannis was out. Then Dame went out. And then the same shit. I don't care about that. Nobody had sympathy for the Boston Celtics last season when Jayson Tatum twisted his ankle and we lost to the Miami Heat, Game 7. Nobody cared about that. Cold one. Yes, sir. As I was saying, the Boston Celtics got no slack last year, and I expect the same for the rest of the league this year. You get no slack. It's not our fault y'all hurt. We missing a guy too. Know what that means? Nothing. Still scraping. Fact of the matter is, season 5. So yeah, man. I just wanted to pull up today, man. This is one of our first live episodes. Really just to see how everything goes, man. I wanted to been sitting on me for a few days. Can't stand listening to people in there. Gotta cut ESPN off, man. God. Shout out to Celtics Nation. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. So Celtics in 5. Not only man, go Seas.